Hello, my dear viewers. Welcome to my channel. Today, I have something very exciting to share with you. Many people ask me this question: can I really start speaking English confidently in just 1 week? Some people say it is impossible. They think English is too difficult, or they worry about making mistakes. But I am here to tell you that it is completely possible if you follow the right steps. In this video, I will show you simple, practical, and fun methods to speak English naturally. You don't need a teacher, you don't need a class, and you don't need to go outside. If you practice a little every day, your English can improve very fast. So stay with me till the end because I will give you a step-by-step plan that will make speaking English much easier and more confident. Chapter 1: Mindset and Daily English Habit. Hello, my dear viewers. Before we start speaking English in 1 week, the first and most important step is your mindset. Yes, your mindset is the foundation of your success. Many people think that learning English is very hard or that they are too late to start. But this is not true. You can start anytime, even today. If you believe that you can speak English, your brain will start working to make it happen. Confidence is the first key. If you think you can do it, you are already halfway there. So I want you to promise yourself today: I will speak English. I will try. I will not stop. This simple thought can change everything. The next important thing is building daily English habits. You cannot become confident in English by practicing once in a while. You need daily practice. But don't worry, it doesn't mean hours of studying. Even 15 to 20 minutes every day can make a huge difference. You can divide this time into small sessions. For example, 5 minutes for listening, 5 minutes for speaking, and 5 minutes for reading. This small daily practice is much better than studying for 2 hours once a week. Consistency is more important than time. When you make English a part of your daily life, it becomes easy and fun. Let's talk about micro-practice. Micro-practice means practicing in very small steps many times during the day. You don't need to sit for hours at your desk. You can practice English while cooking, cleaning, walking, or even traveling. Talk to yourself in English. Say simple sentences like, "I am cooking rice," or "I am walking to the market." These small sentences help your brain start thinking in English. At first, it may feel funny, but it really works. Your confidence will grow, and slowly, your mind will start creating sentences automatically. Another very important tip is mental rehearsal. This is a very powerful trick. Close your eyes and imagine yourself speaking English confidently. Imagine yourself answering questions, introducing yourself, or ordering food in English. Picture the scene clearly in your mind. Your brain cannot tell the difference between imagination and reality, so this practice actually improves your speaking skills. Try to do this for 2 to 3 minutes every day. It will make a huge difference in just 1 week. Now let's talk about overcoming fear and mistakes. Many beginners are afraid of making mistakes. They worry about pronunciation, grammar, or using wrong words. But listen carefully. Mistakes are your best teachers. Every mistake helps you learn something new. The more mistakes you make, the faster you improve. Don't be afraid. Don't stop. Speak, speak, and speak. Even if you say something wrong, it is okay. Each mistake is a step forward. Remember, nobody becomes perfect in one day. Even native speakers make mistakes sometimes. What matters is trying and practicing. Let's plan a simple daily routine for beginners. You can spend just 30 minutes a day for English practice. Here is a simple example. 10 minutes for listening, 10 minutes for speaking, and 10 minutes for reading or writing. You can change it according to your convenience. The important thing is to do it daily. You can also add English into your daily tasks. For example, when you cook, think in English. I am cutting vegetables. I am boiling water. When you walk, describe things around you in English. This small habit will train your brain to think in English naturally. Another helpful tip is setting small goals. Big goals like, I want to speak English fluently are very good, but they are far away. You need small, achievable goals every day. For example, today I will speak 10 sentences in English. Tomorrow I will listen to 5 minutes of English and repeat it. These small steps give you confidence and make learning fun. By the end of 1 week, you will be amazed at how much progress you have made. Lastly, always motivate yourself. Learning English is like planting a tree. You water it every day, and slowly it grows strong. Your English will grow in the same way. Don't compare yourself with others. Focus on your small improvements every day. Smile at yourself when you speak English. Celebrate small wins. Even saying 5 new words correctly is a success. Positive mindset and daily habits together will give you amazing results in just 1 week. So, my dear friends, remember these points. First, believe in yourself. Second, practice daily, even for a few minutes. Third, use micro-practice and mental rehearsal. Fourth, don't fear mistakes, learn from them. Fifth, plan a simple daily routine. And finally, motivate yourself and enjoy the process. If you follow these steps, your English will improve very fast and your confidence will grow day by day. Chapter 2. Listening Practice That Works Fast. Hello, my dear viewers. Now that we have set up the right mindset and daily habits, it is time to move to the second most important step, listening practice. Listening is very powerful because it trains your brain to understand English naturally. Many beginners make a mistake. They focus only on speaking or learning grammar. But listening is the key to speaking fast and confidently. When you listen every day, your brain becomes familiar with English sounds, words, and sentence patterns. You don't need to understand every word at first. Even if you hear something new, your brain will slowly catch it. The first method I want to teach you is the listen and repeat method. This is very simple and very effective. Pick a short English video, a podcast, or a song. Listen to it carefully, line by line. After listening to one line, pause the audio and repeat it exactly the way you heard it. Copy the pronunciation, the intonation, and even the speed. Don't worry if it is difficult at first. Your tongue and brain need time to adjust. If you do this every day for just 5 to 10 minutes, you will notice your pronunciation improving very fast. Now, where should you listen? The answer is simple: anywhere and everywhere. You can listen to YouTube videos, English songs, short news clips, or even English podcasts. Choose content that is easy for beginners. Don't start with very difficult materials. For example, short stories, daily conversations, or simple podcasts are perfect. You can even listen to English messages or audio from language learning apps. The important thing is consistency. Listen every day, even if it is just 5 minutes. The brain learns better when it hears English repeatedly. Another important tip is active listening. This means you don't just hear the words, you pay attention to how people speak. Notice the pronunciation of words, the pauses, the tone, and the stress on important words. English is not just about words, it is also about rhythm and tone. When you pay attention to these details, your brain learns how English naturally sounds. This is very important for speaking confidently because when you speak, you will naturally copy what you hear. A very powerful technique is shadowing. Shadowing means you listen to a sentence and immediately speak along with the speaker, like a shadow. Don't pause too long. Try to match the speed and tone of the speaker. At first, it may feel a little difficult, but after 2 to 3 days, your mouth and tongue will adjust. Shadowing helps your brain connect listening and speaking. It makes speaking English faster and more natural. You can do this with short videos, dialogues, or audio clips. Another tip is to listen to different accents. English is spoken differently in different countries. There is American English, British English, Indian English, and many more. Try to listen to all these accents. You don't need to understand everything at first. The goal is to get used to different sounds and pronunciation. When you do this, you will feel more confident speaking English with anyone in the world. Now let's talk about a daily listening routine. Start your day with 5 to 10 minutes of listening. You can listen to English news, podcasts, or short videos. During the day, if you have free time, listen again. You can also listen while walking, cooking, or traveling. In the evening, listen one more time and repeat sentences. This small daily routine makes a huge difference in just 1 week. Your brain will start thinking in English automatically, and understanding English will become much easier. Here is a practical tip for beginners. Don't worry if you don't understand every word. Focus on listening to the sounds and repeating them. Your brain will gradually understand the meaning. Even if you only repeat a few sentences every day, it is enough to see improvement. The key is consistency, repetition, and attention. Another very useful exercise is to mix listening with writing. Listen to a short sentence and try to write it down. This will train both your ears and your brain. Writing what you hear improves memory and helps you remember new words. Later you can speak these sentences. This small step connects listening, writing, and speaking together. Finally, remember this important point. Listening builds your confidence. Many beginners are shy to speak English because they think they don't understand enough. But if you listen every day, you will automatically understand more, and your confidence will grow. In just 3 to 4 days of daily listening practice, you will notice that you are starting to understand English words and sentences without trying too hard. So, my dear friends, Remember these tips for listening practice. First, listen every day, even for a few minutes. Second, use the listen and repeat method. Third, pay attention to pronunciation, tone, and rhythm. Fourth, shadow native speakers. Fifth, listen to different accents. Sixth, don't worry about understanding everything. And finally, mix listening with writing and repetition. If you do these steps every day, your English listening and speaking will improve very fast, and by the end of 1 week, you will feel more confident and natural while speaking English. Chapter 3: Speaking and Self-Talk Techniques. Hello, my dear viewers. Now that we have learned how to build the right mindset and practice listening every day, it is time to move to the most important step: speaking practice. Speaking is the skill that shows all your learning. You can read, listen, or write, but if you don't speak, your English won't improve as fast. Many beginners feel shy or scared to speak. They think they will make mistakes or that their English is not good enough. But I want to tell you something very important. Mistakes are normal and mistakes are helpful. Every time you speak and make a mistake, your brain learns and grows. So never stop speaking, even if you feel nervous. The first method I want to teach you is self-talk. Self-talk means talking to yourself in English. You don't need a partner and you don't need to go outside. You can do it in your room. Just describe what you are doing. For example, if you are cooking, say, I am cutting vegetables. I am boiling water. I am cooking rice. If you are cleaning your room, say, I am cleaning my table. I am sweeping the floor. I am arranging my books. These small sentences may feel funny at first, but they work very well. They help your brain start thinking in English, and your confidence grows day by day. Another very useful tip is question and answer practice. Pretend someone is asking you simple questions in English, and you answer them. For example, ask yourself, how are you? And answer, I'm fine, thank you. Or ask, what did you do today? And answer, I woke up early, I ate breakfast, I watched a short English video. This small exercise trains your brain to form sentences quickly. You can do this in front of a mirror. When you look at yourself while speaking, you will notice your expressions, gestures, and confidence improving. Now let's talk about mini conversations. You can create short dialogues and act like you are talking to someone. For example, practice introducing yourself. Hello, my name is blank. I am from blank. I like blank. Or practice ordering food. I would like a sandwich and a cup of tea, please. These short dialogues help you speak naturally in real situations. Even if no one is around, acting and speaking aloud is very helpful. The more you repeat these dialogues, the more comfortable you will feel speaking English in real life. Fluency over perfection is another very important idea. Many beginners stop speaking because they want to be perfect. But English is a living language, and nobody speaks perfectly all the time. The goal is to speak smoothly, not perfectly. If you make a mistake, it is okay. Keep going. Over time, your fluency will improve naturally. Your mouth, tongue, and brain need practice, and speaking every day is the best way to do it. A very effective technique is speaking while doing daily activities. For example, when you walk, describe things around you in English. I see a car. I see a tree. The sky is blue. When you cook, explain what you are doing. I am cutting onions. I am stirring the food. I am adding salt. This method is simple but powerful. It keeps your brain active in English all day, and your speaking skill improves without extra effort. Another tip is to record yourself speaking. Take your phone and record a short paragraph or a few sentences in English. Then listen to your recording. You will notice your mistakes, pronunciation issues, and areas for improvement. Don't worry if it sounds strange at first. Every time you record and listen, you improve. You can also try recording yourself at the start of the week and then at the end of the week to see your progress. This motivates you and builds confidence. Now let's talk about practical daily speaking routine. You can practice English in 3 simple steps every day. First, spend 5 minutes on self-talk. Second, spend 5 minutes on question and answer practice. Third, spend 5 minutes on mini conversations or dialogues. If you do this for 15 minutes every day, your speaking skill will improve very fast. You can increase the time as you get more confident. The key is daily practice, repetition, and courage to speak. Finally, remember this important point. Speaking builds confidence faster than anything else. Listening, reading, and writing are helpful, but speaking is the bridge that connects all these skills. When you speak daily, you will feel more natural, confident, and ready for real-life conversations. Don't compare yourself with others. Focus on your small improvements every day. Celebrate every small success, like saying a new sentence correctly or speaking without hesitation. So, my dear friends, remember these steps for speaking practice. First, use self-talk to describe your daily life. Second, practice question and answer exercises. Third, create mini conversations and act like you are talking to someone. Fourth, focus on fluency over perfection. Fifth, speak while doing daily activities. Sixth, record yourself to track progress. And finally, practice every day and enjoy the process. If you follow these steps, by the end of 1 week, you will notice a big difference in your confidence and ability to speak English naturally. Chapter 4. Reading and Writing for Quick Progress. Hello, my dear viewers. Now that we have learned how to build mindset, practice listening, and speak confidently, it is time to focus on reading and writing, the next important step for improving your English quickly. Many beginners think that reading and writing are not important for speaking. But actually, reading and writing help your brain understand sentence structure, vocabulary, and correct grammar. They also make speaking easier because your brain already knows how to form sentences correctly. When you combine reading, writing, listening, and speaking, your English improves much faster than focusing on only one skill. Let's start with reading. Reading is not only about understanding words, it is about training your brain to think in English. Begin with easy materials like short stories, simple articles, English messages, or even captions on social media. The important thing is to read every day, even if it is just for 5 to 10 minutes. When you read, try to read aloud. Reading aloud helps your mouth, tongue, and brain practice English pronunciation. For example, read sentences like, I am going to the market. I like to eat apples. The sun is shining today. At first, it may feel slow, but over time, your fluency will improve. Another tip is to repeat what you read. Read a sentence, then cover it, and try to say it from memory. This helps you remember new words and sentence patterns. Later, you can use these sentences in your speaking practice. Reading regularly also increases your vocabulary. You will notice that words and expressions that you read often start coming naturally when you speak. For beginners, short and simple materials are better than long, complicated books. Don't rush. Focus on understanding and repeating small sentences. Now let's talk about writing practice. Writing is very powerful because it forces your brain to form correct sentences. You can start with a few simple sentences every day. For example, write about your day. Today, I woke up early. I ate breakfast. I watched a short English video. I am learning English. This may look small, but it is very effective. Writing helps you remember new words, understand grammar, and organize your thoughts. You can also keep a small English diary. Write your feelings, plans, or dreams in English. Over time, your writing will improve, and your speaking will become smoother because your brain is trained to think in English. A very effective method is reading and writing together. First, read a short paragraph, then write it in your own words. This helps your brain understand sentence structure and meaning. For example, if you read, I like going to the park. I play football with my friends every evening. Then you can write, I enjoy going to the park. I play football with my friends every day. This small exercise helps you practice sentence building, grammar, and vocabulary at the same time. It also makes speaking easier because you already know how to form correct sentences. Another tip is to use writing for speaking preparation. Before speaking about a topic, write 5 to 10 sentences about it. For example, if you want to talk about your favorite food, write, I like pizza. I eat pizza with cheese and vegetables. I like it because it is tasty. Then, practice speaking these sentences aloud. This technique reduces hesitation and makes you confident when speaking in real situations. Let's talk about daily routines for reading and writing. You can spend 10 minutes reading simple English materials aloud. Then spend 10 minutes writing short sentences or a diary entry. If you do this every day, your brain will start recognizing words, phrases, and sentences automatically. You will notice that when you speak, sentences come to your mind faster because your brain has already practiced them through reading and writing. Finally, remember this important point. Reading and writing support all other skills. When you read and write daily, your listening and speaking improve automatically. You learn new words, understand sentence patterns, and gain confidence. Don't be afraid of mistakes while writing. Even if your sentences are not perfect, writing every day helps your brain learn faster. Every small practice counts. So, my dear friends, remember these steps for reading and writing. First, read simple English materials every day. Second, read aloud to improve pronunciation and fluency. Third, write a few sentences daily about your day or thoughts. Fourth, Combine reading and writing exercises to understand sentence structure. Fifth, use writing to prepare for speaking. Sixth, make a small daily routine and follow it consistently. If you practice reading and writing every day, you will notice a big difference in your English in just 1 week. Your vocabulary will grow, your sentences will become natural, and your confidence will increase. By combining reading, writing, speaking, and listening, you are creating a complete English learning system. Each skill supports the other. With regular practice, you will feel your English improving faster than you imagined. Keep practicing, stay motivated, and enjoy the learning process. Chapter 5. Using videos and repetition for natural English. Hello, my dear viewers. Now that we have learned mindset, listening, speaking, reading, and writing, it is time to focus on one of the most powerful techniques to speak English naturally: using videos and repetition. Videos are very helpful because they combine listening, speaking, and even visual learning. When you watch a video, you see how people speak, how they use words, their body language, and their tone. This is very important for beginners because it shows English in real-life situations. And when you repeat what you see and hear, your speaking becomes natural and confident. Let's start with the watch and repeat method. First, choose a short video, maybe 1 to 2 minutes long. It can be a conversation, a short story, or a daily situation. Watch the video carefully and listen to every word. Then pause the video and repeat line by line exactly the way the speaker said it. Copy the pronunciation, the speed, the tone, and even the pauses. This may feel difficult at first, but it works very well. Repetition is the key. The more you repeat, the more natural your English becomes. Another very useful tip is role play while watching videos. Pretend you are one of the characters in the video. Act like them. Use their expressions, gestures, and tone. This makes learning fun and helps you remember words and sentences easily. For example, if you watch a video about ordering food, pretend you are in a restaurant. Speak the sentences aloud as if you are talking to the waiter. Acting while speaking trains your brain and mouth to produce natural English automatically. A very effective method is to break the video into small parts. Don't try to repeat the entire video at once. Start with 5 to 10 seconds. Listen carefully, then repeat. Once you can do that confidently, move to the next 5 to 10 seconds. Slowly, you can repeat the whole video. This method trains your ears, tongue, and brain step by step. It is much better than trying to do everything at once. Beginners often feel frustrated if they try too much, but small steps every day make a big difference. Now let's talk about daily video repetition routine. You can start with just one short video every day. Watch it, listen carefully, pause, and repeat line by line. Then, after 2 to 3 days, watch the same video again and repeat it without looking at the subtitles or script. You will notice that your brain remembers the sentences naturally. Repetition is very powerful because it trains your memory, pronunciation, and fluency together. After 1 week of consistent practice, you will feel much more confident speaking the sentences naturally without hesitation. Another important tip is to combine videos with speaking practice. After repeating the video, try to use the same sentences in your own words. For example, if a video says, "I would like a cup of coffee, please," you can say, "I would like a glass of water, please," or "I want some tea, please." This helps you practice sentence variation, which is very important for natural English. It makes your speaking flexible and more confident. Also, remember to focus on pronunciation and tone while repeating. Many beginners can say the words correctly, but their tone and rhythm sound unnatural. Try to copy not only the words, but also the tone and speed of the speaker. This is why videos are so useful. You can see how a real person speaks and copy it exactly. The more accurately you copy, the more natural your English becomes. A very useful exercise is to record yourself after repeating a video. Play the video, repeat it line by line, and then record yourself speaking the same sentences. After that, listen to both the video and your recording. You will notice small mistakes or differences in pronunciation and tone. Correct them and practice again. This self-correction method is very effective for beginners. It trains your ears, mouth, and brain together. Finally, remember this important point. Repetition is the key to fluency. Watching videos, repeating line by line, role-playing, and recording yourself will make your English speaking smoother, faster, and more natural. Don't rush. Focus on small steps every day. Even 10 to 15 minutes daily is enough to see progress in just 1 week. Your confidence will grow, and your speaking will feel much easier. So, my dear friends, remember these steps for using videos and repetition. First, choose a short video suitable for beginners. Second, watch it carefully and listen to every word. Third, pause and repeat line by line. Fourth, role play like the characters in the video. Fifth, break the video into small parts for easy practice. Sixth, combine repetition with sentence variation. Seventh, focus on pronunciation, tone, and rhythm. And finally, record yourself to track improvement. If you practice these steps daily, your English speaking will become natural, smooth, and confident very fast. Chapter 6. Tracking Progress and Staying Motivated. Hello, my dear viewers. Congratulations. If you have followed the previous chapters, you are already on your way to speaking English confidently. Today, in this final chapter, I want to talk about tracking your progress and staying motivated, which are very important for completing the 1-week English challenge successfully. Many beginners start learning English with great excitement, but after a few days they feel tired, frustrated, or think they are not improving. This is completely normal. Learning a new language takes patience and consistent effort. But if you track your progress and stay motivated, you can see results very quickly, even in 1 week. The first step is keeping a daily English log. Every day, write what you practiced, what sentences you spoke, or what videos you watched. You can also write new words you learned. For example, write, "Today I practiced self-talk for 5 minutes. I repeated a video for 10 minutes. I wrote 5 sentences in my diary." By the end of the week, you can look back at your log and see how much you have done. This makes you feel proud and motivated because you see your small efforts turning into real progress. Another very useful tip is recording your speaking every day. At the start of your 1-week challenge, Record yourself speaking a few sentences in English. Then, every day, record yourself again on the same topic or using the same sentences. By the end of the week, listen to all recordings. You will notice a huge difference. Your pronunciation will improve, your sentences will flow faster, and your confidence will grow. Recording yourself is very powerful because it shows you exactly where you started and how far you have come. Now let's talk about celebrating small wins. Many beginners wait for big results and feel disappointed when they don't see instant improvement. But improvement in English comes in small steps. Celebrate every small success. Did you speak a full sentence without hesitation? Celebrate it. Did you repeat a video perfectly? Celebrate it. Did you write 5 sentences in your diary? Celebrate it. Every small win builds your confidence and keeps you motivated to continue. Remember, motivation grows when you see progress, no matter how small it is. Another important tip is setting mini goals every day. Instead of thinking about, I want to speak perfect English in 1 week, focus on small daily goals. For example, today I will speak 10 sentences aloud. Or, today I will learn 5 new words and use them in sentences. Small goals are achievable, and achieving them gives you a sense of success every day. These small achievements will encourage you to practice more and more. By the end of the week, all these small steps will create a big change in your English. A very effective method to stay motivated is to visualize your success. Close your eyes and imagine yourself speaking English confidently. Imagine introducing yourself, talking to friends, or ordering food in English without hesitation. Feel the excitement and confidence in your mind. This visualization trains your brain to expect success, and your brain starts working to make it happen. Do this for a few minutes every day. It sounds simple, but it works amazingly well. Another tip is to combine English practice with something you enjoy. For example, if you like watching movies, watch short English clips and repeat sentences. If you like music, listen to English songs and sing along. If you enjoy reading, read short stories aloud and write a few sentences about them. When you combine English practice with fun activities, learning becomes enjoyable, not boring. And when learning is fun, you are more likely to practice every day without giving up. Now let's talk about tracking your weekly improvement. At the start of the week, speak a few sentences and record them. At the end of the week, speak the same sentences and record them again. Listen carefully. You will notice that your pronunciation is better, sentences flow naturally, and you feel more confident. This is proof that even 1 week of consistent practice can bring real change. Seeing progress motivates you to continue practicing beyond 1 week. Finally, always remind yourself why you are learning English. Whether it is for traveling, studying, career, or confidence, your why is your motivation. Write it down and look at it every day. When you feel tired or frustrated, remembering your reason will keep you going. Combine your why with daily practice, repetition, and tracking progress, and you will reach your goal faster than you think. So, my dear friends, here is your 1-week action plan summary. First, build the right mindset and daily English habits. Second, practice listening every day using short videos, podcasts, or songs. Third, speak aloud using self-talk, question-answer exercises, and mini conversations. Fourth, read simple English materials and write short sentences or a diary entry daily. Fifth, use videos, repeat line by line, role play, and record yourself. Sixth, track your progress, celebrate small wins, set daily goals, visualize success, and combine English practice with fun activities. If you follow this one-week plan carefully, your English will improve a lot and your confidence will grow significantly. Remember, my dear friends, learning English is like planting a tree. You water it every day and slowly it grows strong. By practicing daily, staying motivated, and tracking your progress, your English will grow stronger every day. Keep practicing, keep believing, and keep speaking. You can do it, and I am sure that by the end of 1 week, you will feel a huge difference in your English.